What's up, everybody? Carlton T. Clay here with another episode of KARLTON SAYS Live. Now, we're doing things a little different today. As you can see, I'm by myself, so I'm actually alone. Carlton, alone, solo. But yeah, and today, like I said last week, we're going to do something a little different. Now, KARLTON SAYS started out as a blog about my thoughts on the different TV shows I like to watch. So I thought it'd be befitting if I do a countdown of my favorite shows and why I like them and why I think they're hot in today's industry. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt. So today is Halloween. So happy Halloween to those of you out there who celebrate Halloween, and for those who do not, happy Hallelujah night. So we don't want to not include everybody. So happy Halloween to you guys. Hope you guys have fun with the candy and situation. Make sure you check it. Don't trust everybody's candy. Especially with everything that's going on around here these days. So definitely make sure you check that candy before you eat it. But I want to highlight my Ninja Turtle shirt. See, Ninja Turtles. My Auntie Barbara brought it for me. So shout out to Auntie Barbara. And let me shout out Cameron because he claims that he picked it out. That's my little brother. So let's go ahead and get this countdown started. Now, last week I did say I was going to do 10. It's my show. I do what I want. I'm going to make it 12. That's right. I'm doing a top 12 countdown of my favorite TV shows. So let's go ahead and get started with number 12. All right, so the reason why I have two shows that are number 12, and the reason why they're number 12 is not because of the badness of the show. Actually, these shows are great. I wish they were number 1, but the reason why they're number 12 is because I can't get the station to watch them anymore. So the shows I'm talking about are Ray Donovan and House of Lies. Yes, House of Lies and Ray Donovan both come on Showtime. I don't get Showtime in my house anymore. I used to get it, but then all of a sudden it was gone. So yes, I can't watch it. I don't know what's going on, but those two are some great shows. For those of you who do not know, Ray Donovan is about this. He's kind of a fixer. He's kind of like the male Olivia Pope, but he takes things to the next level. Like he'll break your arms and fingers and stuff. But while he's doing his job, he also has to deal with his father, who gets out of prison, and apparently his father's like this guy. He's just this big crook, and he pretty much does what he wants to do. And the father wants to get the family back together because the main guy, I don't know his real name, but he plays Sabretooth in the Wolverine movies. He has brothers. He has 2 brothers. Then they find out they have another brother. He's half black. His name, Pooch Hall plays his character. His name is Daryl. So it's pretty much the father's trying to get the family to come together and be together, but the Sabretooth character, the Ray Donovan character, he does not want to be associated with his father because he knows of his father's crooked ways. So it's definitely a great show. Definitely something, if you have Showtime, check it out. I would advise that you do. I'm behind by a whole bunch of episodes. I watched some on the plane on my way to Rome, Italy. And like I said, I was mad because I couldn't watch the rest of it. But it's definitely a great show. So definitely check it out on Showtime. And also House of Lies, which stars Don Cheadle. And that's an awesome show too. And I was pissed about that I couldn't finish it because I was on season 3, I was watching all the way to episode 4. Then Showtime just disappeared off my TV. I was like, really? We're really gonna do that? Oh, okay. So, but yeah, House of Lies, great show. Definitely Don Cheadle, he's playing Marty. He's a consultant. And basically, it's just showing the behind the scenes of what consultants really do, him and his team. But it's like he gets into these zany situations. He has a son who likes to dress as a female, but it's kind of a weird situation or whatever. But the son, he likes. I'm trying to figure out what the son is. I'm not sure, but it's definitely it's cool to see how Marty, Don Cheadle's character, how he deals with his son, by just loving him and accepting his son for who he is and who he wants to be. So I think that's pretty awesome. And like I said, then you just see all the different relationships that happen that Marty has and how dysfunctional they can be. So definitely a good show. Lorenz Tate made guest appearances, and he played Marty's brother on the show. I can't speak on it because I didn't see those episodes because, again, I don't have Showtime, so I don't know what happened. And then T.I. and also made an appearance on season 3. Matter of fact, he was had an arc on there and Mekhi Phifer. So, and that was good. It was getting good. And then again, Showtime disappeared on me, so I didn't have it. And for those of you who are asking, why don't you just download episodes? I'm a little afraid of that. I'm afraid the FBI is gonna get me, and I'm also afraid that virus is gonna be on my computer, and I don't need that in my life. So I'm just gonna wait until either A, they come on Netflix, B, they on YouTube, or C, I have enough money to buy DVDs. So, but I definitely want to watch both shows. So definitely number 12, Ray Donovan and House of Lies. Number 11 on the list. Now, you're probably gonna laugh at me a little bit. I don't care, it's cool. I love Pretty Little Liars. That show's awesome. It's an awesome, awesome show. I fell in love with it the first episode. And when they got the text message from A and it was reading it, it's mind blowing. For those of you who've never seen it, Pretty Little Liars, it's about these girls, these 4 girls are best friends. Their friend Allison disappears. And it's been a year later, the girls come back together because apparently they went off in their own directions. They come back together, come to find out that Allison is dead. But they're getting these messages from A, who knows all these things about them. Well, if we progress to now, pretty much anybody can be A. There's been different A's. Mona's been A, Toby's been A. We thought Fitz was A at one point. It was just a lot of A's. So apparently there's just A team, but there's this ultimate A that is actually over everything and everyone. We don't know who that is yet. So, but the reason why this show is so low on my list is because I actually kind of started getting tired of the whole A situation. It just kind of got to the point where when y'all gonna figure out who A is? Because it's kind of, I need some new problems. I need some new situations going on. I need y'all to hurry up and graduate from high school. Because they've been in high school since the show began. I think we're going on season 6 now. So, but you know, it's still a show I still do tune in to watch every week when it does come on. And you know, again, the episode, like, I got back on board really the last few episodes of the last season, and especially it was really sad. Spoiler alert: Mona was killed on the last episode of season 5. It was sad because she's been on this since the very beginning, and so just to see her dead, it was pretty heart-wrenching. I don't think she's dead though, because you just never know. We thought Allison was dead, and clearly she's alive. So you just never know with this show. You don't know who A is. And I'm starting to suspect that A is actually one of the main girls. So it could be Hannah, Spencer, Aria, or Emily. That's what I'm starting to suspect. And I think that would be an awful thing if it is. Like, I'm gonna be crushed. Because I'm like, you knew the whole time you're playing these games. How could you? So definitely check it out, Pretty Little Liars on ABC Family. Number 10. Now, when this show exploded on the scene, I'm gonna admit, I wasn't like a real fan at first. It took me like a couple episodes to become a fan. But the show I'm speaking of is Power, that comes on Starz. It stars Omari Hardwick, and it's executive produced by 50 Cent. And like I said, I was watching it, I was like, okay, it's pretty good, it's a little slow. But as the show's progressed, I became more of a fan. It's just the storyline is great, how they just intertwine. It reminds me of The Wire. It's like really The Wire-esque, which is one of my all-time favorite shows anyway. But it's definitely a great show, man. Amari's character, he is trying to be legit, but he's still in the streets. Like, cause he sells drugs with his best friend Tommy. They're partners, but he's trying to be legit with his nightclub, and you know, he just can't seem to escape the street life though. So he's always getting caught up in that. He's trying to do the right thing. He's also caught up in 2 loves. He has a wife, and he was played by Naturi Naughton. And he has a girl that comes back from his past. The character's name is Angela. She comes back, and he's like torn between his family and the woman that he really loves. But what he doesn't know is Angela is actually working to find Ghost. That's Amari's character's name is Ghost. But Angela doesn't know who Ghost really is. Even though she's sleeping with Ghost, she doesn't know. So it's kind of like it's a lot of intertwining storylines. And the season finale was awesome. 50 Cent is actually in the show too, and he's actually playing Tommy and Ghost's friend. And kind of find out that 50 Cent's character, he gets out of jail and he is coming back for his position of power. So he set things up, and Tommy and Ghost do not know that he set it up, and 50 Cent is about to come in and take over. It's definitely a great show. I love it. It's awesome. Can't wait for season 2, which is I think it's gonna premiere like sometime in the spring maybe. So definitely check it out. It comes on Starz, and I do have that, so I'm excited I was able to see that. So definitely check out Power, which is number 10 on my list. Number 9, Hit the Floor. Yes, love this show. Hit the Floor is awesome. It's when it first came on, I was a little skeptical, excuse me. I was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna watch it because I love Kimberly Elise. She's one of my favorite actresses, so of course I was gonna watch it. But just the first episode captivated me. I just like, this is an awesome show, and I like dance. I went to a fine art school. I did dance a little bit, so I like seeing little different choreography, choreographed dance moves. I think it's awesome. So just watching the different dances each week was great. But the storyline was awesome. Season 1 started off with Asha trying to find her way onto the Devil Girls, and Yelena, she blocking her way. Yelena is the captain of the team, and Yelena's hating on her all the time. And then we have Asha's mom, who is played by Kimberly Elise, and then reunites with Asha's dad, who's played by Dean Cain. Excuse me. Played by, I know a guy named James Dean, but it's played by Dean Cain, and it's just a lot of intertwining going on, and it's just you see the world of basketball players, and you also see the world of the dancing girls. So it's just a lot. And then last season there was this big murder. The original leader of the Devil Girls, Olivia, she was found dead. She was killed, which I figured out who killed her. Kind of find out at the end it was German, which is Asha's ex-boyfriend, now boyfriend again. So it's definitely a shock. I wasn't expecting that. But Hit the Floor is definitely a good show. Definitely a great show. Definitely check it out. It's one of the hottest summer shows. I always look forward to it. So I'm so excited. I had the opportunity to interview actually 2 of the stars of Hit the Floor. Robert Christopher Riley, who plays Terrence Wall. Definitely he was cool to talk with. Definitely a great guy to talk with. And just most recently I interviewed Jonathan McDaniel, who plays German, the killer. So if you want to check those interviews out, you can go to KARLTONSAYS.com and hear what these guys have to say about their characters and hear about their experience on the show. So definitely check it out. Hit the Floor, number 9 on my list. Number 8, I'm gonna have to give it to Once Upon a Time, ABC. Man, that show is amazing. I love it. I am actually behind. I'm actually kind of a slow creeper when it comes to this show because I came to the party late with it. I heard how great the show was, and I wanted to watch it, but it was just the fact that I had so many other shows I'm watching already. I didn't want to add another one to it. Well, I ended up watching a special on ABC they were showing, and I just got captivated by it. I came in on the season where the Wicked Witch of the East from with Dorothy and all them, Wizard of Oz, where she comes into play, find out that she's Regina's stepsister. So I came in on that season, and that season just blew me away. I love how they intertwine the fairy tales with the real life. It's kind of like I love how they put it all together. I just think it's awesome. It's a great show. Definitely captivates my attention. I love, because you grow up as a kid, you grow up with the full fairy tale things. You go by reading Rapunzel and Snow White and Prince Charming and the dwarfs and all that stuff, and so but all of that is intertwined within this show, and it's just kind of, you get to see different perspectives of the characters. This season they're doing Frozen. Now, I've never seen Frozen. Everybody knows the Let It Go song. I'm not gonna sing it for you. Thank God for that. But it's definitely I love how they're intertwining. I'm learning about Frozen through Once Upon a Time. Kind of makes me want to see the movie maybe, but I just love Once Upon a Time. It's a great show, definitely. So check it out. It comes on Sundays at 8 o'clock on ABC. So definitely check that show out. Number 7, I am a comic book fanatic. I love comic books. I mean, I'm not like an avid reader, but I love like the superhero genre, I should say, more. I love the superhero genre. I'm all about Marvel. I'm all about Spider-Man, all about X-Men. I'm all about the Avengers. I'm just, everybody that's a part of that world, I love it. And so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. basically it's a television show that actually follows behind the agency that that tries to help these supernaturals. So and when they announced the show coming out, I was all aboard because I don't get to go to the movies as often as I would like because it's expensive to go to the movies, and again, I'm not with all that download stuff because A, FBI, B, viruses. So I was like, okay, it comes on TV, ABC, it's free, I can watch it, awesome. So, and I love this show. It's definitely a great show. I love how they intertwine. They just started not intertwining like the movies with the show. Like last season they had Hydra, which was in Captain America. So they intertwined all that together, which I thought was awesome. So they're still dealing with the Hydra situation now. And you kind of have cameos on the show, like Samuel L. Jackson made a cameo on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. last season. So it was a lot, and a lot of other cameos as well. So it's definitely a cool show. It's awesome. If you haven't watched it, I would suggest you just, when you watch the first half of season 1, it's a little, for some people it's a little boring. I thought it was cool, but it's a little boring. I would suggest you stick with it, because when you get to the second half, it definitely gets a lot more interesting. And season 2 is awesome too. I love how everything's just coming together. It makes me want to watch the movies. So that's how good it definitely is. I love how they're just intertwining everything. I think it's awesome how they're putting things together. Number 6 on the list, Chicago PD. Awesome show. Of course, I was drawn to it because of Sophia Bush. She's a One Tree Hill alum, and for those who know me, you know that I love me some One Tree Hill. But we'll get to more of that in a minute. But anyway, Sophia Bush, she plays one of the cops on the show, and it's a good show. It's pretty much about this team of cops, and they're fighting crime. But the leader, Hank Voight, he kind of does things his own way. It kind of appears that he's like a crooked cop, but he's not really. We kind of find out he's actually working for Internal Affairs, because he got involved in something crooked before, and then he went to jail, and then he came out, and now he's working for Internal Affairs, and he has to appear that he's like a crooked cop, and it's just a lot of stuff with that show. But it's from week to week they're solving a different murder or a different case, and it's just a cool show. Definitely, the actors are great. They have a great ensemble of people, and the storylines are always awesome, and it's just a great show to watch on Wednesdays on NBC. So definitely check it out. If you like Law & Order SVU, you'll definitely like this show. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Of course, we're still going to do the music thing. We're going to promote our indie artists. Let's check out Lively Stones. They are a Christian rap group. I don't know if they want to be categorized as Christian rap. I'm not sure, but definitely check them out. They're definitely big. They have some great lyrics, but they're speaking biblically within their lyrics. I think it's awesome. So we're going to definitely check out their video. So check out Lively Stones, and we'll be right back.
Jesus, M-O-R-E. The word is so simplistic and real, come and get it. It's written for your benefit to gain eternal living. Crucifixion fixed the friction that it came from the beginning. Now he's giving out forgiveness, you, your children, and your siblings. Just listen, it's all about the kingdom that he's building, and how we take position in the spirit, not your feelings. Yo, it don't matter if you're 50 or you're just a kid. Be unashamed to praise his name, dance like David did. Y'all let my Jesus in, get your net and start fishing. Make disciples of the nations, yours, that's the mission. No longer of the world, I rejoice, but in addition, Christ makes my sins history like prohibition. He came to bring abundance of the life that was evicted. You taste and see, I guarantee that you'll be addicted. No longer bound by chains, y'all, my savior was uplifted. So not only am I gonna look holy, I'm gonna live it.
Hey yo, we in it for the Lord with a message for the poor. He's knocking at your door, and he came to give you more faith, more joy, more love, more life, more peace, more power, more gas, more Christ. Hey yo, we in it for the Lord with a message for the poor. He's knocking at your door, and he came to give you more faith, more joy, more love, more life, more peace, more power, more gas, more Christ. The people of this generation.
Here are some shows that didn't quite make the top 12 countdown, but they're still great, and I love watching it every week. Now, this is a new comedy that's out that's definitely tearing up the ratings. It's called Black-ish, starring Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross. Now, it didn't make my top 12 list, but it's definitely, if I could do 13, it would have definitely made it, because like I said, it's a hilarious show. It's funny. It's like it's just a modern day family type show. Now, this is a show definitely you could watch with the entire family, and it definitely just comes across different issues that are amongst the African American community. But it's not just an African American show. It's for all families. I think it's an awesome show. It's hilarious. You'll love it. Definitely check it out on Wednesdays at 9:30 on ABC. Resurrection. Now, I wasn't going to watch this show at first, but my sister Kendra convinced me to watch it. She was saying it's not what you think it's going to be, and she was right. I was thinking it was going to be, it can make me sad because it'll make you think of loved ones you kind of wish were still here, but it definitely takes a twist on things, and it's definitely a great show. You should definitely check it out. Starring Omar Epps. It comes on Sundays at 9 p.m. on ABC. Another show that didn't quite make the list, Sleepy Hollow. Another great show that I was not going to watch at first because it looked a little too scary for me. But Again, this time my brother convinced me to watch it, Cameron, and he was like, "Bruh, check this out." I checked it out. I love it. I do though have to watch it with the lights on because it's that scary to me. But you can check Sleepy Hollow out on Monday nights at 9 p.m. And just before that, you can watch Gotham, which is pre-Batman, but definitely a great show. You get to see how the villains developed before they actually became villains. Definitely a great show. You guys are definitely going to want to check out. It comes on Monday nights at 8 p.m. on Fox, right before Sleepy Hollow. All right, welcome back to KARLTON Says Live. We're here talking about TV shows, talking about, my favorite TV shows, doing a little countdown here, So we're gonna go ahead and jump right back into it. Number 5. Now, this show, we were doing this last year, this countdown last year, this show will probably have been number 1 on the list. But because of unforeseen circumstances, it is number 5. I'm talking about Scandal. Now, not to say that it's still not a good show. I still think Scandal is one of the top shows that we have, but it's not the top anymore. Scandal used to be the most tweeted show on social media. Like, it used to be like the most talked about show on social media. And I think this season of Scandal is not as good to me as the last 3 seasons. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, season 1, like, compelling. It was fast paced. The storyline was just boom, 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 boom. You were just trying to figure stuff out. And then when they ended with who's Quinn Perkins, it was like, wow, who are you really? And then season 2 with the whole what you call it, the car thing, they fixed the presidential race. I'm trying to think Defiance, the whole Defiance situation. And then you get into the B613. It was just so much going on. Then season 3, and it was just a whole bunch of season 3, whole bunch of situations with that. You're still trying to get more deeper into B613. You figure out who Olivia's dad is. Then we meet Olivia's mom. She's a terrorist. It was just a whole bunch of stuff going on. And of course, you had the intertwining of Olivia Pope having an affair with the president of the United States. So season 3 ends. Olivia goes away with Jake, and the president's son dies, and it's just a whole bunch. And then Harrison's held at gunpoint. So then, if you get into other news, of course, when we start season 4, of course, we find out the Columbus Short was let go from the show, so he won't be on the show. So, of course, at the beginning of season 4, Harrison is killed, and now Olivia Pope and Jake are on an island, and then they get a note saying that Harrison is dead, so they come back for the funeral, but Olivia ends up staying to fix other problems. And her and the president, of course, they have their moment again. It's just at the last episode that we saw, that I seen, because of course when you watch this on Friday, which is when we watch it, a new episode of Scandal came out, and of course I haven't seen it because I work nights. But last episode that we saw up to this point was the president. Jake was accused of killing the president's son, and the president's trying to get a confession out of him, and Jake is saying he didn't do it. And then last scenes we see the president punching Jake unmercifully. Well, I'm not saying it right. Punches Jake just crazy, like just boom, boom, keep punching him. So yeah, that like again, as I explained to people about Scandal, for me, I liked how there was an overall mystery that we were trying to solve each season. Season 1, who was Quinn really? Season 2, Defiance. What led up to that? How did we get to that point? We fixing elections now, all that stuff. Who's involved? It was just a lot of different little things. Season 3, B613, Olivia Pope's dad, Olivia Pope's mom. It was just, each season was an overall mystery. And also with each episode, there was a different situation that Olivia Pope was trying to fix, which I thought was awesome too. But with season 4, I'm not seeing the overall arc of what we're trying to figure out. And also, I'm definitely over Olivia Pope and the president. I used to be team Olivia Pope and the president. If you read my past blogs, you're like, yeah, you used to be. I sure was. But now I'm just kind of over it. I feel like the president's acting like a big baby. He doesn't want Olivia to be happy. He's not willing to leave his wife, but it's like he doesn't want Olivia to be with anybody either. So it's just, yeah, I'm over that situation. I just really want Scandal to grow and become that show that it once was. Maybe I'm just stuck in the past. I don't know. But It's definitely still a good show. I just don't think it is as great as it used to be, but definitely still a good show, and it's number 5 on my list. Number 4. Now, for everybody who knows me, y'all know 2 things. Y'all know who my favorite rapper is. Y'all know who my favorite comedian is. Favorite rapper, Kendrick Lamar. He has nothing to do with this situation, but I just thought I'd just throw that out there. And favorite actor, well, he's an actor too, but my favorite comedian is Kevin Hart. Love Kevin Hart. I think Kevin Hart is one of the funniest guys ever. He's just hilarious. I just think he's naturally funny, and it comes off, and just you just look at him, you just start laughing. And not because he's funny looking, it's just because he's a funny guy. I don't know him personally, but I'm just saying, like, when I see him on TV, I see him on interviews, I see him on shows, there's different things. I like to laugh, and when I watch Kevin Hart, he does that for me. It makes me laugh. So I think that's awesome. And of course, we're Husband in Hollywood. I'm tuning in every Tuesday on BET. I'm watching it, and I just think it's a funny show. It's hilarious. I mean, it's like they're mocking reality shows like The Real Housewives and all that stuff, and Basketball Wives and stuff like that. But they're focusing on the husbands or ex-husbands of Hollywood. So I think it's cool. It's just a funny show. It's just very hilarious. So definitely check it out on BET at 10 o'clock. You would not regret it. I'm telling you, you will laugh. Trust me. Number 3. I cannot explain how much I love this show. And I knew I was gonna love it because of Hayden Panettiere. I think I'm saying the last name right. Hayden Panettiere is an awesome actress, and I hope to work with her one day. She's amazing. So when I saw her on the bill, I was like, this show is gonna be awesome. The show I'm talking about is Nashville. It comes on ABC on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. I love this show. This show made me fall in love with country music. And not that I didn't like it before, but I really enjoy country music now because of Nashville. And this is an awesome show. Raina, the main character, she is trying to get back on top to where she's the queen of country music, but Juliet, which is played by Hayden Panettiere, she comes into the scene, so they're kind of rivals. And Juliet's trying to knock Raina off the top of the charts, and Raina, she's trying to keep her topness and everything, but she's dealing with her ex-boyfriend, Deacon, who actually is revealed to be the father of her first child. And Raina has 2 daughters, and then she's married to who is now the mayor of Nashville. She was married, and then of course they get a divorce. And now where we're at on season 3 is Juliet is pregnant with Avery's baby. Raina is about to marry Luke, who's another country artist, but Deacon is still in love with her, and he confessed his love to her last season, even proposed to her. She said no. She decided to get engaged to Luke. Then of course Raina's ex-husband, the mayor, he's trying to move on with his life because his wife after Raina, she was killed, and he's just trying to move forward with his life and trying to deal with this new situation that Maddie, which is their older daughter, she wants a relationship with Deacon, who is the father, and he's just trying to maintain his role with his daughters. So it's a lot going on with this show. Of course, and then you have other storylines that I haven't even touched with Gunner and Scarlett, and it's a lot. It's just a great show. Not only are you getting great music, but you're getting great drama. I just think it's an awesome show. It's definitely well written. It's amazing. I love it. You'll love it too. I suggest you watch it. Nashville, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on ABC. I can't say more about it. Number 2 on the list. I love this show. Survivor's Remorse comes on Stars. Number 2, it's hilarious. It's so funny. It's ridiculous. It's one of those things you're just gonna look at it. When you first tune in, you're gonna think, oh, this is a drama about a guy who makes it to the basketball scene, but it's actually a hilarious comedy. It's just funny. I just can't describe it even more than that. Basically, it's about this guy, again, he gets picked up in Atlanta by a basketball team, gets this multi-million-dollar deal, and he brings his family with him, of course, and they're trying to adjust to the life. And he's trying to make his family happy, but then his cousin, who's played by Rodrigo Lee, his cousin is trying to make sure that the money stays, and they're not spending the money extravagantly. But it's just a good family. Okay, I won't say family show because there's a lot of cussing in it. Like, I'm talking F-bombs, S-bombs, MFers, it's a whole bunch. But it's a good show about the family unit. I just suggest that the family don't sit down and watch it, especially little kids. So, but it's definitely a funny show. It's hilarious. It's definitely funny. I love Ronrico Lee. I've been following him, you know, since the beginning of his career. And of course, I took more notice of him when he was on Sister Sister with T and Tamira Mowry. But I love him in this role. I see him in a different light than what I've seen him in past roles. So I definitely love seeing him. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get an interview with him soon. Throwing that out there, putting that out there. So, you know, definitely check out Survivor's Remorse. It comes on Saturdays at 9 p.m. on Starz. All right, guys, we're gonna take another break. We're gonna throw to another video. Of course, we're gonna give my sister a highlight here. Kendra Clay, also known as Love. Used to be Life Under Virtue, but now it's just Love. We're gonna throw to one of my favorite songs that she has with Q from the Lively Stones. You just saw their video earlier. It's called He Is. So we're gonna throw to that, and we'll be right back after this break.
Excuse me, I'd like to introduce my father, the king of the universe, Clay Meat Potter. You need to know the author, creator. Humanity should be in unity with the maker. Cause only he can give you what you're lacking. Without a Bible search for satisfaction can never be accomplished. This life is uncertain, but he's constant. Listen to the song in your conscience.
He is because I fall in God, my love, my heart, my Lord. He is my all, my everything, my guiding star.
Shows that didn't quite make the top 12 countdown, but they're still great, and I love watching it every week. Another show that didn't quite make the list, but it's definitely a funny show. The show Awkward on MTV. Now, that's another show I didn't want to get into. Another show I didn't want to watch. But my siblings were watching it, and and I actually sat down and they have this thing where they show marathons before a new season starts. And so I sat down one day and I watched the marathon, and I was cracking up. I didn't think I was gonna like this show, but it definitely is it's hilarious. It's definitely hilarious. Of course, Ashley Rickard, she is the main star. She's a One Tree Hill alum. I gotta support my One Tree Hill people. So definitely that show, it's funny. She does a great job. It's definitely about the adventures of this girl who has a lot of awkward moments about her and her friends and just different high school situations. So definitely a great show to check out Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. on MTV. Now here's another show that didn't make the list. It would have made the list if it had a better season. Now, normally I'm a Teen Wolf enthusiast. I normally sit in front of my TV. I'm ready on Monday nights. I'm ready to be scared. I'm ready to have, all sorts of things run through my head as the show is going on, because it's such a great, it used to be so suspenseful, and you just wondering what's gonna happen next. Well, I'm a little disappointed in the last season. It definitely didn't live up to the hype that I thought it was going to. Teen Wolf has this thing that, again, you're always wondering what's gonna happen next, and unfortunately, I just didn't feel that season 4 had what the past seasons had. Not because they killed Allison's character off. Crystal Reed, she wanted to go do different things. So that's why she's not on the show anymore. But I just felt like the last season just lost something. It just wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't have that wow factor that past seasons have had before. So I was a little disappointed. But again, it's still one of my favorite shows. Still a show I enjoy. So I'm hoping that the next season that they put out will get back to his golden days. So I'm looking forward to it. So when Teen Wolf returns, I'll definitely let you know, and you can check it out on MTV. Hey guys, welcome back. KARLTON Says Live. Now, before we get to the number one show that's on this list right here, before we get to that, I want to hear from you. What are some of your favorite scripted shows? Phil Hernandez says his favorite show is How to Get Away with Murder. We have another big fan, Tyrese Lawless. He also says his favorite show is How to Get Away with Murder. Not going too far from the Shonda Rhimes Land family, Miss Rita says her favorite show is absolutely Scandal. Going for a different approach, Mr. Stephen G, he said his favorite show is American Horror Story. Now, I can't watch that show. That show sound and look scary. So, but that's his favorite show. So definitely, I know a lot of people who like that show, who love that show. So Stephen G is one of them, and he says American Horror Story is his favorite. And last but certainly not least, Miss Ashley Black, who says her favorite show is Karma. That's what's up. Web series Karma. And speaking of Karma, you can check it out on the new episode, which is out today at www.youtube.com/Karma, the web series. Number one show. Now, before we get to that, I want to highlight my favorite show of all time. Like it's not on the top 12, but it exceeds it because it's the best show of all time. It changes lives. It will change your life if you watch it, if you take the chance. That's right. I'm talking about One Tree Hill. I know you're gonna laugh at me. I know you're gonna say, Carlton, you're whack. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I love One Tree Hill is the epitome of greatness. It literally will change your life. If you sit down and watch the episodes and you get the message, you're gonna be like, wow, Carlton, you're right. This show changes lives. I'm trying to convince everybody to just give One Tree Hill a chance. I know it's off the air. I know it's no longer on, but it's on Netflix, I'm sure. It's on YouTube. They had the DVDs, all 9 seasons. They used to show it on SoapNet, but they took it off. So I need another cable network to pick this show up, the reruns up, so we can watch it. Because I be feeling like I be wanting to watch One Tree Hill sometimes. But it's just such a great show. It started off about the rivalry of Nathan and Lucas Scott. They're half brothers. They don't like each other. But throughout the show, they just form this incredible bond. They become great. They become best friends. And then you meet their other circle of friends, and it's dealing with life. It's just what I love about One Tree Hill is it shows an everyday depiction of everyday life. Now sometimes they have crazy situations like psychos and big school shootings and brothers killing brothers and stuff like that. But overall arc is that it shows everyday life, and it shows people wanting something and chasing their dreams. And it's about living life, man. I can't explain the bigness of the show, but it's given in like a small package. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like one of those things that somebody gives you a small box, a small package, think it's gonna be something real small, but when you open it, it's just big. It's bigness, and that's what One Tree Hill is. That's exactly what it is, And I mentioned Sophia Bush because she's on Chicago PD, which is on this list. That's why I said Sophia Bush, because she played Brooke on One Tree Hill, and she, it's just such a great show, man. I just can't. I can go all day, but I'm not, because I know y'all not gonna watch the video all day. But just check it out if you get an opportunity. Watch One Tree Hill. It's just an awesome show, and you would not regret it. Okay. So, time is running out here. Let me hurry up. Let me get to my number one all-time favorite, my number one favorite show of the fall of 2014, the summer, fall of 2014. And that show, you guessed it, How to Get Away with Murder, starring Miss Viola Davis. Now, I love this show. This show is amazing. I knew I was going to love it because, of course, it's Shonda Rhimes. Now, she didn't create the show. For a lot of people who think she did create the show. She's just the executive producer, but it's under her production label. So that's why a lot of people are saying this is a Shonda Rhimes show. I mean, I guess you could say that, but technically it's not. It's created by, I think it's Peter Novak, I believe. Hope I'm saying that right. But it's a great show. I love how they're intertwining like the past and the present. What they're doing is they're showing you like scenes of like this murder. And I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to. But there's a murder that happens at the beginning of the show. And you see who was murdered, but throughout the show, they're going back and forth to those points. They're leading up to when the big murder happened, and you get to see these different things, and you meet the different characters. I just love how it's written. Viola Davis is killing this role right here, and you see her in a different light, and I love it. I love it. Now, the scene where she pulls off the wig and all the other stuff, a lot of people are saying she should be nominated for an Emmy for that. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, it's just, of course, I get the symbolism. You're unpeeling the layers. You're taking off your mask that we seem to put on every day, to kind of, the front that we give towards people sometimes in life. So I get the symbolism of it. But I think if she's nominated, it just should be for her acting in this role, period. I just think she's killing this role. And she was killing before she took all the makeup and the wig and the eyes and stuff off. So, but I think definitely she definitely deserves an Emmy nomination, just not for that. But I just think because the role itself that she's playing is very powerful, and she's doing a great job. The whole cast is doing good. I think it's a great ensemble show. I'm excited. Honestly, for me, this show replaced Scandal. Like when I get off work on Thursday nights, I used to come home watch Scandal immediately. It's for me. It's How to Get Away with Murder. As soon as I get off, I'm watching How to Get Away with Murder. So definitely a great show. Definitely number 1 on my list. And I can't wait to see the new episode because I'm excited. Yes. All right. So with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in to KARLTON Says Live. We really appreciate it. We might be back to our original format next week where we're actually doing it live on the Ustream. So just stay tuned and stay plugged in. And we're definitely, we're going to keep this show going. I love doing it. Thank you guys so much for watching it. Also, check out my interview with actress, evangelist, Mara Gale. Is on the site right now. Definitely check out that interview. You're going to love it. KARLTON Says Real Talk with Mara Gale. She has a whole bunch of nuggets you guys are going to want to listen to. Stay plugged in. I'm telling you, a lot of great things are happening. You just got to stay tuned in. Don't forget to watch Karma. YouTube.com/Karma the web series. KARMA. Karma. So definitely check that out. All right, guys. That's it for me. I'm done. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. I know you don't have to, but I appreciate that you do. Y'all have a good day. Be safe out there. Happy Halloween again, and God bless.